Okay, everyone, moving on. Arc measures of inscribed angles. We're going to start with a couple examples here. Example number 1, find the indicated measure. So first of all, pay really close attention to your notation here. Make sure you know what it's asking you. So in letter A, do you notice the angle sign? So you're looking for angle T. Versus in letter B, if you take a look at that, you've got your arc sign, so you're looking for arc QR. So make sure you're paying attention, that you really know what you're looking at. Otherwise, this is going to get really confusing really fast. Okay, so letter A, measure of angle T. So angle T is kind of sitting over here, and I'm looking at that guy, RTS. That's angle T. Now, if I take a look, the intercepted arc there is right here, which is 48 degrees. And I know intercepted arc, we have to take half of that in order to get the angle. So half of 48 is 24. So I know that is 24 degrees. Letter B, measure of arc QR. So QR is from Q to R. And because it's 2 letters, that tells me it's a minor arc, which means it's probably going to be less than 180 degrees. Now, I'm looking at QR, and I don't see any angles that directly are intercepting that. But what I am looking at is I'm looking at my diameter here, which cuts my circle in half. And then I'm also looking, well, I've got this 50 degrees. So if I know that that guy right there that I outlined in black is 50 degrees, what do I know about that arc over there? And I hope you're thinking, okay, well, it's double. So if I go from the angle to the arc, I have to double it. So I know this is 100 degrees. Then, do you remember me telling you right here that that's a diameter? Well, if that's a diameter, it's cutting the circle in half, which means this half over here is 180 degrees. And I know that from T to Q is 100, which means from Q to R must be 80. So I know that QR is 80 degrees. Example 2. Find the measure of arc RS and the measure of angle STR. And then what do you notice about angle STR and angle RUS? So I'm going to start with the measure of arc RS. So RS is right there. If I take a really close look at him, his angle is right there. So angle U is 31. So in order to get out to the arc, make it bigger, you have to double it. 62. So I know this guy, 62 degrees. Now we have to find the measure of angle STR. So let me take a look at this. STR. Okay. Well, do you notice that his intercepted arc is still the same one that we had before, which is the 62 degrees? So if I want to get down to the angle, cut it in half, which is 31. So this guy is 31 degrees. Then what do you notice about angle STR and RUS? So STR is the one I have in green, 31 degrees. RUS is the one I have in red, 31 degrees. So I notice that they're the same. And we have a theorem about that, which is, sorry, I need to go look at my notes. Inscribed angles of a circle theorem. So inscribed angles of a circle theorem. If they have the same arc, they're going to have the same measure. Number 3, find the indicated measure, angle HGF. Okay, HGF. Intercepted arc, 90, which means cut it in half, 45. Moving on. Arc TV. Okay, well, arc TV. Find my angle right there, 38 degrees, double it, 76. Letter C, find the measure of angle ZXW. So ZXW. I find my intercepted arc right there, which means it's got to be half of that. So if you already know what it is, fantastic. If you don't, let's think about this. So there, I know that guy is 72 degrees, the one in green. Well, that also goes out to that red arc. So from 72 degrees, you have to double that, which is going to give us 144 degrees. But then if you want to go back now to your blue, you would have to cut it back in half, which is going to get you back to 72. And keep in mind that the angle Y and the angle X are congruent because they have the same intercepted arc.